of this organization, and it was just a family support group with absolutely no resources at all. But they started to build a bridge to what we have today, the inclusion that we have today in the community, jobs, group homes. All of these things have come about from a very humble beginnings. And I remember Bill Abel, the first executive director, I guess that was his first title, his office in those days was the back seat of his car. He had files in the back seat and paperwork and everything else, and he had no other space. That was it. The back seat of his car was the office for Snark in those days.
I can't remember who told us, learned somehow that Dennis was handicapped and told us about it. So John and I went over and joined the group. It was a pleasure to meet other people who had children that wanted to do the best for them like we did.
My mother at the time visited Rentham State School. I can remember it vividly. She came home in tears and she was shaking her head. "Not for my daughter," she said.
I felt the same way. We took a ride around with summertime, and all these children were out in a screen porch on the side of the building. One person, must have been 30 kids out on that porch, and I said, Dennis is not going there. We had to establish the nursery group and the summer day camp. And that was all done with monies that we collected throughout the 7 other towns in Norwood. And we put canisters up in all the towns. That's the way our monies came in. Plus, each person from the different towns approached the selectmen or the management of the town for a small share of what we were doing for these children.
My name is Erin Haley, and I'm working in Ocean State Drop-Off in Foxborough over 2 years now. You see, I wear shoes here. Sometimes I'm also in the back room.
My name is David Smith. I am the employment specialist at LES Norwood. I make sure that the transition into employment is a smooth one.
It makes me concede about this job and make sure I'm very punctual and very flexible about these hours and very professional.
I worked at 8 years at Lifeworks. I work 5 days a week. I love it. Yeah, next one was a got called. Next one, giving the teachers. Tim should be crazy every day.
So when Lifeworks brought Allie and the gang to us, it helped bring up the stagnant feel the kitchen had. Here, we had no one to wash dishes. We were washing our own pots as we dirtied them. So a huge thing having someone here every day to do that. You know what I mean? So it hit on multiple levels. They brought some sunshine in, so.
I'm Colleen Cummins. I've been working at the bank for 17 years. And I make sure deposit and checks have the spray in the back, and I recycle sometimes, so that's what I do. I make a lot of friends here. I'm very friendly. So
when she first arrived, of course, was almost 18 years ago, so she's developed independently. Her skill set has been amazing. She's caught on to a lot of tasks, and we're looking forward to her future here.
My coworkers are really nice, and I like working here.
Colleen comes to work every day. She maintains an excellent attendance record, and she's just an amazing person.
Well, it's kind of a lot easier to jump in the middle of something existing and try to get it to what I want to be than have to start it from the very beginning. We just went from elementary to middle school and then at high school, and then it just kind of got a little easier as we went along.
I think having a support center, whether it's family support or autism support, the family needs support. It's not just the individual. And so our role is to help the family out, and whether that's a support group or whether that's having families meet other people. I think, Debbie, I think the big thing about Caitlin and those groups is maybe you connect with some other parents at bowling, and that's nice, but also, the outdoor activities. So we try to balance supporting the families with also the programs and stuff. And the conversations we're having with, parents and their adult children about, Uber and Lyft rides and, dating and social media. And, it's our job to respond to those concerns. And so, oftentimes we're, meeting with parents and hearing those concerns, but, advocacy works both ways, right? We have a lot of self-advocates that feel very strongly about their opinions. And so, that's where I think a lot of services have gone, is that, we have the parent advocates and we have the self-advocates, and balancing those needs and stuff. That's a challenge too, right?
The challenges are there every day. And to a large extent, we felt a responsibility to pay it forward, because there were others before us that did that, and we felt the debt, frankly. And so that's one of the reasons why we've made some of the decisions we made to get involved the way we did.
I'm Tara Norcross. I'm the Director of Residential Dining here at Babson College for Chartwell. We've been working with Lifeworks. They have become a huge part of the community.
Hi, I'm Efren Ortiz. I've worked here at Babson for the past 4 years, and I enjoy cleaning all the tables here at Babson so much. I feel awesome to work here at Babson so much.
My name is Ryan McCaskill. Work at Babson College. I like to be independent. One of these days I want to move out my own and have my own place to live.
Our students love them, our staff loves them. They're bubbly, they have a smile on their face every single day, and their dedication to work is beyond.
If there's one thing that has kept this parent up at night, and I know it keeps my wife up, is what happens to my son when I'm gone. And the one thing that Lifeworks has afforded us is a sense of community.
Without Lifeworks, I don't know where our family would be. I have to say that I was a stay-at-home mom for many years because I needed to be there for Peter at all times. But when he was able to move into residential, I was able to reignite my career and now have a really great job where I help other people. So it's been wonderful. We live in a nice house. I wanted him to live in a nice house. And when we saw this place, we were over the moon. It's like our house. He has a beautiful kitchen. He has his own bedroom decorated the way he likes it. And he has his own independence. When he's home with us, because we'd like to see him, he always asks to come back. Every Sunday, he's like, I'm ready to go. And I said, okay, you want to stay? Nope, he's had enough of us. We're very blessed to have Lifeworks in our life because it has allowed Peter to become independent, self-supporting on his own. And I know that when my husband and I aren't here to take care of him, there won't be a huge burden on his siblings. Without Lifeworks, we couldn't do that. I would still be home waiting for him to get off the bus every day, monitoring everything he has. And Peter would never really have grown. He wouldn't be as independent as he is.
I went to church up to Concord, New Hampshire, to Mass, and down came the priest with the altar boys, and one of the altar boys was a Down syndrome adult. And I said, that would never have happened in my day. They were not even seen.
Our newest adult contract, which is people on, the higher cognitive end of the autism spectrum that previously had no services, right? And that's been kind of a big advocacy thing in the last 10 years, is getting those adults that do not have an intellectual disability services. And so tailoring a whole bunch of services around to this new population that got nothing before was kind of starting from scratch, and that's advocacy. So I think, we've seen it through the decades, that still continues, and, the legislative agenda that is still prevalent today, there's so many more things that still need services. So in terms of what people are looking for the most, I think it's adult services is the biggest challenge right now. I think our school systems, whether or not your situation's perfect, it's a Monday through Friday schedule, right? And that all changed for you recently, right? Yes. And it's how to package together what my daughter or son's week is going to look like, whether it's a job or a day program or some social opportunities. What does that look like? And piecing that together for someone at that age is hard. I remember just for all of us, when you leave high school or college and you go out in the adult world, that's challenging for anybody. So imagine trying to put that together. So we try to put ourselves in the parents' shoes and and try to help them navigate those tough situations.
A thing I think I'm going to need help with is, what do you do about housing?
We help people more with housing and Social Security applications than we ever have. Yeah, that's what most... Right?
And it's very complicated because I work in public housing, so I know how complicated it is when you're completely new to that whole scenario. It's a different world.
So my name is Matt, and I'm a shared living provider. When we got this house, it has an in-law setup, so it kind of just made sense that it would probably work. And it's worked out pretty well. Like brothers, that's really what it is, you know? Yeah. And, you know, and naturally, when Teddy out with a dog, dog Teddy, he'll walk Teddy. Around 2011, I met Salong at his former program at Lenox Street, and he lived in an apartment complex there with 9 other individuals. And over the years, Salong would come to my family events with me and my brother Jamie and other brothers and parents, and for Thanksgiving and holidays. I got the idea just because he was already like a brother to begin with, you know, because the relationship had evolved. And it made sense, you know. And in 2021, in January, Salong moved in here. It's awesome. It's for me and Jamie, it's like it's another brother for us. So
yeah, like almost like you like. All the time. Do it fast. Yeah. My name is Salong. I live here.
Yeah, like a lot of the legislative advocacy stuff is about training people in the community now, right? It's a hospital training bill. It's a police training bill. It's supporting the community to help support our individuals. I think that shows it's like the next wave. You know, it's let's put in funding to train the rest of the community. So I think that's a good thing. So
Workforce is by far the greatest issue that we face over the course of the next 5 years.
So my name's Becca. I'm the Director of People and Culture here at 88 Acres. So I manage all of the HR function. So we started working with Lifeworks a couple of months ago, and they filled a huge need for us here at 88 Acres. We're a small company, and so staffing can be difficult. So we wanted something that we had flexibility with, and Lifeworks was the perfect opportunity. We're also really focused on diversity and equity inclusion, and that means inclusion in every single way. And so we were really excited about the opportunity to partner with Lifeworks.
Hey, that sounds like fun to work here at 88 Acres.
I enjoyed here. It makes me feel independent.
Everyone at Lifeworks has been so incredible. All the job coaches are amazing, super communicative and work really well. We were so surprised the first week that the Lifeworks team came in a couple months ago to help us repack bars. They actually outpacked our own team. And so we were hooked, and so we are always finding opportunities to bring the Lifeworks team in to work with us.
I am Mike Fitzgerald, the general manager of the MIT Endicott House, where Ted Falvey is employed. One of the jokes we have is Eddie or I will give him his extra list. He has his extra chore list. And he always takes this little note card with the list of duties, and he crosses them off as he gets them all done, and then he brings them home every night to show his mother and father.
I'm Eddie Serrato. I'm the executive chef here. I've been here for 40 years. Known Ted for half of my years here. Ted's more of an inspiration to a lot of the employees than anything. I mean, if you're having a bad day, go talk to Ted for a little while. Everything's cool.
Eddie is the executive chef. With Ted, it's a personal, work-friend relationship.
We made swamp soup together.
Yeah, we did a cooking shop. Ted had brought in his own recipe, made a swamp soup. Everyone loved it. We actually serve it to our guests sometimes now, too. Oh, he's my best friend, right?
Yeah.
My pal.
Yeah.
Could see him play basketball.
Yeah. My name is Ted Falvey. I've been working at the Endicott House for 20 years now.
Ted is a very special person, employee within our group. He's well loved and appreciated by all the staff.
I take out the trash. I mop floors. I refresh rooms. I do some extra jobs for my boss. I toured the living here because they really treat me like a family. So I am so glad that I got this job because there were so many people that I really love here.
If my folks were still alive and could see what this organization has grown into it, from the meeting in somebody's living room to what we have today. This would be beyond their wildest dreams, I think.
A sign of success, I believe, is when you have families that expect services that we couldn't expect. And we've made that accomplishment. And now, you know, I've had parents say, oh, we did a fight for this, and now they just expect it. Well, okay, it worked. That's the end result.
From the back of Bill Abel's car to this building, we've come a long way. Unbelievable.